black got hit somewhere in the preceding rolls, but managed to escape as was to be expected. I'm not sure what happened though.
We are live again.
Ah, so it looks like we are live again. A 6-5 to play for Carlo, who has the option, of course, of running all the way. We would have to do a pip count. Pip count is, what is that? 47.99. If you run all the way, 64, 72, 81, 94. Yes. So I think if Carlo runs here and gets missed, I think you need to go. I'm not sure about this, but the race is pretty close. I think Carlo is even like a couple of pips away. He decides to wait. This play baffles me a bit, but it may be right, of course. I'm not a grandmaster. Here you play 11-9.
Here's a deuce still.
A deuce to play.
Yeah, lead the shot, I think.
So 41, 47, 23, 70, 94.
But he could
48.
play to the 6 and 14. I like that better, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's more flex.
Possible. Yeah.
Same number of shots. So.
Okay.
Do you hit or not? It's too risky, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would slot the ace without thinking too much about it, but maybe bringing the last checker in is best. Hard to say. Wow. Wow. I don't think these checker plays would occur to me. Shifting play. Great escaping roll. What to do?
He has to run, right?
I think
he's wasting. There are no bad rolls for black, and he's wasting a lot of pips by playing to the ace.
Yes.
But is it a hopeless race? I don't think so.
Yeah. I think jumping out is best. Yeah. Jumping out is best. Mick misses. You fill the gap.
This can be interesting.
It could become very interesting, yes.
We like interesting, right?
Mm-hmm. We do.
He's heavy on the top points. Oh,
sixes. Wow. Looks like a pass, a redouble pass coming up.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Mick. Oh, worse. No.
For the sequence.
There we go.
Okay. The recube is, well, do we need to do a pip count here? 41 and 49 white has. 49 against 44, 55. Maybe it's a bit too early to recube.
He's 6 pips ahead, right?
I think. 44, 55 for black. 41, 49. 6 pips.
Yeah, and that's a lot when you only have 49 left.
Okay.
So he has to cube here, I think. 49 for white?
Yeah. I think 6 is like the maximum or the moment of last take.
But
49 minus 7 divided by 5. 44 divided by 5.
It's a good cube.
It's a good cube, definitely. And the decision is Mick's to make. If you drop it, you are 3-0 down. If you take it and can turn the tables, we might look at... I think white
59,
has...
57 in the Keith count. 59, 57.
Okay, that would argue for a pass.
No, 2 ahead for the leader. That's a minimum take.
Okay. Okay.
59, 57, right? Yeah.
He took.
Yeah, it is a borderline take, I would guess.
Yeah, definitely borderline.
Yeah, with the Keith count, if I counted right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, white had like two checkers on the ace, two checkers on the deuce, which is a little bit of wastage.
Yeah, that's
now he
free.
has a gap. So Mick has the cube on 4, but he's underdog.
Yes, he is.
White has 34 versus 47. Okay, smallish roll for Carlo. Sorry. Another smallish roll. 9 pips and 2 rolls is nothing to write home about. So Mick needs something big.
Not that.
Nope. 1, 2.
Optimize for some doubles, maybe. 64. Yeah,
Okay.
I like it.
Okay, good.
He's a huge underdog. He needs a big double.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
3s, okay. I don't know this.
No, I don't know either. He has even amount of checkers, so the ones hurt him, but still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay. 6.
Optimize again to the 4.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot bring this home without a big double. So
Okay.
that's it. Oh, okay. That's one way of doing it.
Okay, you need 2 big doubles.
Yeah.
1 to start with, it's not there. Still not impossible. No, now it's over.
Too bad we missed it on the stream. The cube, the initial cube, I think it was a huge pass. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like his structure, Carlo.
Right.
3 on 3, that's not a good thing.
No.
Mick was threatening to, and a big favorite, to create the 4th point.
Mm-hmm.
So Carlo could dance the rest of the match,
Yes.
or the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and go gammon. But he was fortunate and won 4 points.
That's right. I always have problems in positions where the opponent, the guy who cubes, still has the bar point, the opponent's bar point, because there's a lot of equity in the fact that you sometimes cannot clear that bar point easily.
But you need to be strong in your home board to have the threats.
Yes,
I think.
yes, I agree. Good. I hope they take a break. I think this is one position which I would love to get XG's verdict on. In the meantime, Carlo has a 5-0 lead. That's a hit. Mick hopes for a reshot, for a re-hit. 3s and 4s. Maybe even 6s. With the 6, do you hit on the deuce?
Yeah, since you don't have a stack on your 13, then you, it looks natural.
Okay, agree.
You have the better board. That's a good roll. That's a good one also.
That's another good roll.
Yes.
Hit and cover. 3-point board now for Mick. But behind in the race, I guess.
Looks like it.
Where's the 3 coming from? Do you step up or do you hit?
Step up, I think. But
Carlo.
I might be wrong. That is, I don't know.
We're not sure.
No. 3-point board against a 1-point board. Usually you have to be cautious, but sometimes it's right just to hit and to take the tempo.
But here the tempo was not that urgent.
No, I think so too. Oh.
Carlo dances.
Yeah.
I
This
think
is a mandatory cube, right?
mandatory cube at the score, you mean?
Also at the score.
I mean, for money, it looks like an easy take.
Not in the score, I would say.
Maybe not at the score. Good cube.
Good cube.
Love it. Some pressure. Let's see what the opponent does. I feel that Carlo was a bit cautious in game 1, so that would, voila, that would lead me to think that he would pass this. And the pass may well be correct at the score.
I think so. Yeah.
We agree on that here. So Mick taking 1 point back. 5-4, splitting is best objectively. Yes. Again, I think I'm not sure whether you split and play down or you run all the way. This looks best.
It looks good. Yeah. Plays a checker, a needed checker on the 8. I like it, but could be right to run, but you don't duplicate anything. So hit and out.
Looks good.
Looks reasonable, yeah.
Hit and to the 7.
Yeah, maybe to create some pressure to. Oh, that
this
one.
I don't like.
No.
Aha, white is on the bar.
Yes, but still.
No, you don't want to give him good 6s from the bar. Would be my thinking.
No.
I don't like this.
If you play to the 7, you have 3 active builders for a lot of threats. Here you are subject to getting pounded on, and there are some jokers, double 1s, double 3s that are really hurtful. Don't think it's needed to go out there.
No.
Sometimes you have to fight for the bar point, but not here, I think.
I agree. This play looked pretty suspect to me.
What about an anchor here? Is that not?
It's an anchor, or it's hitting on the 5. But might well be right.
Yeah,
especially with the other vulnerable blot on the bar point there. Hard to say.
It's a hit.
Hit. Now black with 3 blots.
It's another hit, right?
You hit.
Yeah, have to hit here.
None of the players has an extra point in board.
There are a lot of double hits here from the bar. Can he consider something here?
No.
He's behind? No, probably not, but you have to stop and think, I think.
Yes, we'll stop and think about it. But
that's good. Here, that's a nice
it's
roll.
Nice. So it's one of the best rolls, but I mean, is it market loss? It depends. It might be if white dances. Which it does. Wow, that's unusual. Now, of course, you cube, at least you cube, but Mick considers it to be too good. 1, 2, 3, 4, nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, he had 1s and 3s duplicated, but still he has had so many good rolls, so I think it's a good decision to take a roll. And now, of course, he's too good.
Maybe you were right when you suggested that he had a cube.
I don't know. There was
because of the score.
So many double hitters from the bar. I don't know. So he hits to avoid the back game. Looks fine.
You can make a 5 prime too.
Slot the 7. He can also hit from 13, but that's double tiger. Do you like that, Michel? No. I like that one.
Yes?
Yeah. That's a much needed 3.
Yes.
Now he has the timing.
Yes. The cube is now still in the middle. So it's this is a classic back game structure. 1-3 back game, 5 prime in front.
It's great for the audience, not so good for Mick. He gained a lot of winning potential from making the 3-point.
That's true.
I'm rooting for Mick, but I also like to see the interesting games. So
sure.
Yeah.
So although white has like nothing in the front, I don't think hitting, I'm not sure whether hitting is right or not.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine too, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because he entered on the 22 point, which is ideal, and so he can jump, and it doesn't cost anything to get sent back.
So
Otherwise,
it's a matter of timing, in fact. Ideally, over the board, you would do the count. I would do the count to have some kind of something to hold on to. But it's hard to do a pip count.
Do you like the split there, Michelle?
Yes.
Why not make the 18 and then you're not subject to getting hit and...
No, I think this is better. This is better for forward mobility instead of maybe getting stuck there with aces, aces, double threes.
Okay.
What's that mean?
I have to go and play.
Ah, okay.
So thanks for having me.
Okay.
I might be back.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Wow. So we have typical backgame problems. Mick decided to slot the back of his prime, and now Carlo has a choice whether to jump out and hit, improving black's timing, or just waiting there. I think waiting is best. I agree with this play. It's more my gut feeling than knowledge, but here too, what to do? Do you leave the back of your prime slotted? Mick decides that's what he needs to do. Thing is, Mick doesn't have good timing against a 3-1 back game, so he wants to be hit. The 5 comes from the mid. Okay. Interesting. How do you play these bear-ins against the back game structure? Not easy. Sometimes you will see the computer double leave the back of a 4 prime double slotted in almost a desperate attempt to be hit and improve the timing. Let's see what Mick comes up with. It's not ideal, far from ideal. That's also a possibility, pre-clearing the most difficult point to clear, the bar point, which if you have to leave a blot there is vulnerable to 4s and 6s. I have no idea. I think I would leave the, I'm not sure. So this is an attempt to start bearing in and bearing off. I think Mick judged that there was no real way to improve his timing, because white was not even forced to hit with a 6. So he decided to pre-clear that most difficult point. Might well be correct. 5-4. Yeah. Choices. You can use the 4 to come out, or you can make a strong board and hope that you will roll a 4 or a 6 in the next roll. I think making the board takes priority because black might be leaving an immediate shot. Yes, all possible. Hard to say what's right. 6-4 is a good roll. Mick can start his bear off now. But white has plenty of chances. Plenty of chances. One option there, I'm not sure. Could have made the 4 point. So Mick now considering a cube. I think the take is very easy. So Mick decides it's too early to double. I think he's right. 1-3 backgame is very powerful and generates a lot of shots as long as you have sufficient timing. It looks like Carlo has 20-25 pips of timing. So in the meantime, Mick is peeling off checkers. Okay. I think I would slot my 3 point now. Okay, and play 11 to 10. I agree with that. Threes. Wow. Okay, only 3 threes play. 2-1. It's a nice little roll. Wow, this would not occur to me. This would not occur to me. Wow, Carlo plays it. If it is correct, then, I mean, fantastic. Of course, he forces, or he creates bad threes. If that's correct, I mean, wow, well done. I would have simply kept on building my board and waited for shots. No shot, or I mean no hit for Carlo. Okay, it's not over yet. Cube action. No, too good to double, or no cube, hard to say. 4-1, that looks like the only safe way to play this. Short-term safety. How safe this is in the long run is hard to assess. I wonder if Carlo now just improves his board. Wow. So by spreading out in the back, Carlo generates a lot of sequences where he gets double shots, like a 6-5 or something, gets a triple shot. There is the 6-5. Amazing, triple shot now for Carlo. 1, 2, 3. And how many checkers off for Mick? What is it? 6, 9, 6 checkers off. Carlo waits. What can he do? He can hit with the ace or with the 5. Cannot make an extra point in board unless he hits with the ace and makes... he does it like this. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that hitting with the ace and using this 5 to build a board is correct, because you give up the bar point. I think this is fine. That would be my play. Now, of course, if Mick comes in, he needs to come in on the 3 point. There's lots of rolls also which create more shots. What do we have? 3-2, 3-1. Carlo now built a monster board. Cube should be coming. I think what Carlo... I think there was a cube here. I would have cubed. I mean, I know black has 6 checkers off, but for me this was a clear cube, and now it's too late. This is now a clear pass. Of course, if white can achieve a closeout, the rule says that if you are within 5 checkers, black would have a take. Black has 6 checkers off, but doesn't have a smooth bear off. Of course, also, Carlo has the 5-1 lead. But it's an initial cube, it's not a recube or anything. You see, now it's a clear pass. It's a clear pass, no way. I think, unless I'm in a delusional state here, black has a 6th checker off, but he doesn't have his checker, he doesn't have a fast bear off. So the 6th checker off doesn't compensate for the fact that you have a bad bear off. Cautious, once again, cautious cube handling. May be correct though, don't get me wrong, I'm not judging or condemning any decisions by Carlo Melzi. It's just that I feel I would have played it differently. I would have cubed at least a roll earlier. 4's another great roll, 6-1 lead for Carlo Melzi, and the best dice for the moment. Well played, well played. This is better than making the deuce point. The deuce point, excuse me, is way too committal. Awkward 6 to play. Will Mick again play 24-18? I think so. This time he slots his 4-point without duplication. 3s hit in the back and don't hit in the front, so not sure about this checker play. Okay, let's see. 6-2 to 2. You So Mick decides that the 6 is clear. You hit on the deuce, and now, okay, you're making the 4. I agree. Bold versus safe. You can take a risk. You can play boldly because you have many more checkers back and a better board. So I agree with that checker play. 4-3. You can hit in the outfield. I think you should. Well played. A dance by Carlo. Is this cubable? Well, I think it might be. You are down in the match after all, 5 points down. I think with winning chances in the low 60s and 20% gammons, you have a valid cube. There are some good rolls here. Every roll which hits and covers is good. I agree with the cube. I agree with it. You put the decision to your opponent. I mean, at 0-0, even at 0-0, you might have some doubts, but I think this is still a take for Carlo. He did take it, so he is showing some confidence. Misses the shot. So Mick looking for something good. That doesn't look bad at all. You make the 5-point, you hit, and what do? Do you make the bar? Do you make the bar? I think you do. I think you do. That looks like not necessary to me. Of course, you can play pretty boldly. You can split in the back. You can play 11-10. 11-10 maybe creates an extra cover. I'm not sure. Okay, Mick chooses to split in the back. Carlo needs an ace and finds one. Big roll. Mick will now. He will make his bar point and his 8-point, and that's a 5-point prime. Or he shifts. Shifting plays are tricky. Wow, well spotted. When you roll small doubles, aces, deuces or threes in a position where you want to keep your opponent on the bar. Blitzing plays, shifting. It's very important not to oversee possible shifting plays. Of course, if a shifting play is very committal, like it is here, if you shift, you are committed to play the blitz. And this is looks positionally much stronger, but it gives like more freedom to white. White can just come in and anchor with any ace and then start building a forward structure. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one for Mick Larsen. What if you shift? You have what is it? 9 checkers in the zone. Yeah, this looks so good. But the irony of backgammon is that sometimes the best looking play is hugely wrong from a conceptual viewpoint. Like here, maybe the computer just feels that you need to shift. A loose hit is also possible. This shifting play looks very ugly. And black only has 9 checkers, now 10 checkers, 9.5 checkers in the zone, I would say. How big are your blitzing chances? Or how concrete are your blitzing chances? It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I think this generates most pressure on white. White is on the bar with 2 checkers against a 3-point board. I think there's quite a lot of value in that. And here I fear that, you know, I'm not sure about this. It could be correct. Now, which 6 to play? Okay. Two, third checker back, the 6, okay, connectivity, it's, you kind of want to make that bar point, 3-6, I think you hit on the bar point. Jumping out, you are vulnerable to 4s and 5s. 4s and 5s are duplicated because they also make the bar point, but I think hitting here is best. Sometimes black misses, like here. Out. Good. You escape a checker and you make a point. Now white has some counter priming chances. So that makes a 4 prime and anchors. It's like the first thing I would notice. Wow, this is a big... This is already a big swing. Okay. You hit. You step up, I think, with both checkers from the back. This one, the other one also. And you find another 2. Yeah, I agree with this one, 13-11. Now you have good 2s and 3s on your side of the board. 2s and 3s in combination with the 5. Ah. But it could have been worse. So some very interesting decisions Mick had to take here, especially double 3, which offered him the choice between a shifting, blitzing play and the positional priming play. Very difficult to find the right moves. So white's timing is precarious now, very precarious. 7 checkers back, very strong prime structure in front of white. White wants to dance and keep dancing, he doesn't. So now white in dire straits. 2, what to do? 3. Yeah, do you go for the kamikaze play? Kamikaze means that you have a backgame structure, you have no chances whatsoever to win going forward, so you desperately spread out blots in your board in the hopes of being hit. But it looks pretty dismal for white. Gammonish as well. What roll? 3-2. 2, 3, okay. Maybe hitting from 6 to 3 was something I would have looked at. 6-2. Okay. I think this is fine. And now in the most likely scenario, Carlo will crunch. Of course, 2-1 is the best roll he can roll under the circumstances. Mick wants to roll pretty lowish, bring one into the 6. I can agree with that. Low rolls required for Carlo. What to do here? Okay, 6-4. Good technique. I get the impression that Carlo Melzi is really a very technical player. So a strong checker play. Player, to put it that way. Of course, that's the case for most players. Checker plays, okay, but it's the cubes that cause most problems. Now white's board looks bad, but it's not hopeless. It's not hopeless. Nah. Mick desperately wanted to avoid double 5s or double 6s. 5-4 is just okay. He is considering whether to leave the back of his prime slotted to improve timing. I'm not sure whether this is necessary. I think playing 5-1 was possible. There's the 6 by Carlo. Okay, no choice. 6s, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing better to do, I think. Could have made the ace too. 3-1, what to do? Yeah, you don't hit. I don't hit. I don't think you hit. It's either this or stepping out up. So now 4-2. I think I would keep my 5 prime. Keep the 5 prime. You want white to crunch with small numbers. I mean, if you clear a point from the back, you give white 5s and 6s. And white can still rebuild his board. He has, no dead checkers. So white badly needs a 6. It's not there. Now he has 2 dead checkers. So that's a huge swing in equity. So big sigh of relief for Mick Larsen. Carlo is praying for a 4, a 5 or a 6. There's the 6. It's a roll too late, but still not desperate. 2 dead checkers. I have seen people in backgame structure win games even with 2 dead checkers on a crunched board. Let's see what happens here. Carlo should get shots, or he can get shots all the way till the end if he manages to build his board by then. Okay, take a checker off is good. What to do? I think I would jump out with the 6 and play, what is it, this one? Yeah, 13-11. So you can slot the 6 point. 5. A 3 is forced. The 5 you have an option. Yeah, you rip one off. No reason not to, I think. 4-2. I think I would play 15-9. Voila. 2 builders for a point in board. 5-1. The 5 is... That's the 5. I thought this was the 5. This is also possible. But there is no threat in the front. I'm not sure though. If you take 2 checkers off, your 3s have to play from the 4 points, so I don't know how to play these things. I don't know how to play these things. Maybe it's a good idea now to pre-clear the 6 points. Play 6 to 1 and 6 to 5. One thing I know is that I can think about this for half an hour and still not know it, so I wouldn't spend too much time here. Mick probably has a way to figure this out, so he decides to take 2 checkers off. But now we can see that rolls like 6-3, 5-3. Oh, what else? 6-4. Leave shots. Okay, what to do? Alright, you slot the 6, you edge closer. Okay, let's see what happens. 6, the 2 plays fine. There is the 4-point board. Okay. 6-1 is nice. Carlo is hoping for a shot. Aces. What to do? There's only this. Okay. 4 and 2. There are no deuces, so there's only 1 4. Clear from the back. 4-1. Okay. You leave your back anchor. Well, I mean you keep your back anchor. This creates bad 2s. I am not good at figuring all these things out. But this is a correct. I'm sure it's correct. What do we have? So 6-2, 5-2, high doubles, all leave shots. 6-3 leaves a double shot. Okay, so now we can see that the 2 dead checkers don't need to be fatal. If Carlo can hit, and he does, he has containment chances. But this becomes difficult. This becomes difficult. Mick has, what is it, 6 checkers off? 5, 7, 8. 7 checkers off. 7 checkers off. We are in a containment game. A dance. And now Carlo has the very difficult task of positioning his checkers in the outfield for maximum coverage, or to bring checkers closer to his board in an attempt to make a point. So what do you do? What to do? I think I would play something like 20 to 13. Yeah. If Mick jumps out, this creates a lot of double shots. 4-6, for instance, and 5-4. Mick danced. So now what? You can make the 11 points. I'm not sure about this. You can. Do you make the 11 points, creating 2 builders for the 5 point? That's what Carlo is looking at. Or do you spread your checkers out in the outfield? These are notoriously difficult positions to play, and I think, once again, I think this might well be correct. This also might be correct. I think that spreading the checkers out here is strong. I like this play. I like it. It reminds me of how to compete. See, there's the 4-6, and now Carlo has a double shot. He has like 75% chance of hitting. He does. 3. What to do with the ace? No idea. No idea. 4. Wow. Wow, that's like the worst entry number. 5-1 was also very bad. And now suddenly Carlo has shots, but he misses. Well, he misses over there, but the 6 can be used to hit What an amazing game. Another dance by Mick. Amazing game. So the sixes. Covers. And unfortunately for Carlo, he has to give up the pressure on that blot. I don't think this is what he wanted. He wanted to roll something small so he could pick up another blot. But things looked very desperate for Carlo, especially after he rolled a double 3, had to give up his 4 point and had to play 2 checkers to the ace. You can see those checkers there, 2 dead checkers. But like I said, you can still come back in games like this. I mean, 2-1. I think you slot. Yes, you slot because, I mean, like you're almost hoping to get hit, because hitting, unless you get hit with a 5-2, gives you 20 shots. 4s, how do you cover or what? 6-3, you have no choice. This is not nice for white. Advancing too fast, I think that's the way to play it. What is that? 5, 7, 8. So with 7 checkers off, there's a 5 with the ace. You can safety 1 blot at least. Carlo needs to hit. A hit could give him the game. He dances on this 1-point board. I mean, it's preposterous sometimes. What happens there? Wow. How high the volatility is. Carlo now much, 6. Where do you come in? I think on the 6. Yeah. Checker at 10 away from that blot creates most hitting chances. Okay, so most likely scenario is that Carlo will get another shot. There it is, 15 shots. But if he misses, he can still win the gammon unless he rolls really bad. There's the 5. Oh, it's cocked. Wow. 6-1, okay. But it looks like the gammon is saved, at least. Wow, 1 off. Gammon still possible, but very unlikely now. Very unlikely. 4 and the ace is there, it's over. Every roll from Carlo takes a checker off. Wow. Excuse me. They take a break. I can't say I blame them, and I'm like a bit grateful myself. So that was a very intriguing back game. A 1-3 back game, crunched board, late hit, suddenly containment chances. But fortunately for Mick, this didn't turn out into a catastrophe scenario. Okay, we have a 6-3 score and we're on a break in this 5th round match of the Nordic Open. See you later. Okay, we're back. The players are back. I am back. So funny to see that in the previous match when Falafel played Sven Pa Noren from Sweden, they played the whole 13-point match out in one session. These players take a different approach. Took quite a longish break. Carlo Melzi from Italy leading 6-3 in the 13-point match. You split and you bring 13-8, which is pretty standard. You make the 9. Okay, nice roll. Priming, gaining 24 pips in the race. What to do here? Wow, I don't know. Anchoring doesn't look impressive to me because I'm not sure. Do you anchor? Do you, maybe play 13, 11 and slot to generate some counterplay? I don't know. Mick goes for the anchor. Some long-term security. 6-5, great roll, escaping. Probably white has a solid race lead. 6s are blocked. Okay, but still. If the race is pretty equal, black would have an easy take, but it looks to me that black might even be, I'm not sure, slightly up in the race. 5-4. It looks to me you're playing... Oh no, it's double 4s. Wow, huge roll. Huge roll. This looks like a cube to me. It's a cube, but you need to count the race. What is it? What do we have there? 70... Wait a minute. 68, 78, 96, 109, 54, 78, 101. Whatever. There's like not more than 10 pips in it. So my quick count gave me something like a 10 pip deficit. I wonder if you can take this. I'm not sure. The anchor is not on the edge of the 6 prime, and by the time you see daylight, and by the time you can escape from your anchor with 6s, your board is probably completely ruined. Still, you are already 3 points down. Mick decides he can take based on the race. Okay. I think here you play 13 to 10 and 6-5. You are not afraid of this freaky 1-6 because you can always recover from a sequence like this. It's 2-6. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm unsure about the cube action, but I'm sure if Mick takes it, he is more comfortable with those cubes. So what do you do? I think can you slot your 4 points? Mick decides against it. I don't know what I should be thinking as white. So it looks like Mick still is in racing contention. And Carlo hasn't been able to fill that gap on the 4 point yet. It may come to haunt him. So there's the strong board now for Mick. 43, 47, 91, 87, 89. Okay, so 12, 13 pips in it, but 2 gaps now. Thing is that Mick's board is on the verge of crunching. 5s is not an escaping roll. Fours would have been almost laughable from Carlo's viewpoint. 6-1, that's a blood lever. The 6 is forced. Where do you play your ace? Excuse me. Okay, so it appears when we go back to the cube action that Mick did not only have raise equity but also holding equity, contact equity. And there are always variations where the guy bearing in has to leave a shot against the anchor, and this is the case here. I think that's a better play. You leave 15 shots, sixes, that's 11 shots, a 5-1 and a 4-2. But you clear your most difficult point. I mean, here this only leaves 13 shots, but is way more difficult to clear. Something in between here, 13 shots, but you keep that point 6 away from the anchor. Okay, it would not be my play, but it may well be right. A 6 would have hit. So it ended up being a good choice. 4-1 is pick and pass. Coming in is great, and advancing in the race, wonderful. So 43-65 for black. What's this? You can play safe. 65 for black, and what? This is safe, and you count. 46, 68. 43, 65. So white is down in the race. I'm a little hesitant to say it because it may be hugely wrong, but I think white needs to hit. Problem is, where do you play 05? I think you need to hit and probably play the 5 to the ace, because the race is equal. So you have no advantage as white. If you don't hit, if black can run away, he has a 50% chance of winning the race, whereas if you hit, he is 3 dependent. And that's only 30% to hit. So I think hitting, it would be my play. Maybe hugely wrong. Yeah, okay, great. If this is correct, it proves that Carlo is the grandmaster and I'm not. But I'm not sure about it. 2-1, what now? Now you have to hit. Okay, sure. That was 3, but not what Mick wanted. Mick needs a 3 or a 4-6 or something like this, or double 4s. So 15 good rolls. A dance is not so good, but not desperate. Carlo needs a 6. There it is. 6, and the ace you bring closer, so you are only vulnerable to double 4s instead of to 4-5. So this is only 1 chance in 36 instead of 2 chances in 36. But Carlo looks like 1 move ahead, checking how his upcoming rolls play, but I think this is a no-brainer. Can Mick find a 4? Asked his opponent if he was allowed to roll on the other side of the board. It was graciously granted. Okay. A good turn of events, it looked, for Carlo, but Mick does come in. I think you play 6-5. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, you clear from the back. It's the only way to play it safe. Yep, you stay there. White has, what is it, 6 bad rolls. This is one of them, 6-5, 6-4, 5-4. An ace required by Mick Larsen. It's not there. It's not there, and the race is run. Okay. Carlo extending his lead. It will be interesting to see afterwards, when some good soul has transcribed this match, whether Carlo should have hit with the 5-3. I counted pretty quickly. I thought the race was equal, and Carlo had all these wasted checkers on his low points, so he was far from a favorite. So I think he should have hit with the 5-3, but the future will tell. It's not over yet, by the way. Mick can be out in 2 rolls. 3-1, so Mick needs double 5s, double 6s, or double 4s. It's not there. Okay, so Carlo extending his lead to an 8-3 advantage, meaning he is 5 away, 10 away. 5 away scores are very tricky if your opponent is like far away, 10 away, 12 away, 11 away. Very tricky. So you should be a bit more hesitant, definitely more hesitant to double as the leader here, because when the recube comes, you can be faced with difficult decisions. 5-2, okay, and split. Good. 5-3. What to do? What to do? Okay, this and go to the midpoint is one option. Another option would have been to come in with the 5 and make the 10 point. Hard to say. What do you do here? You make the anchor or the 5 point? Since there doesn't seem to be much danger in the front, I would make the 5 point. I mean, anchoring up doesn't look good, but it may well be right. Mick goes for it. Good. 6-3. No. The bar point is not good. We can see the index finger belonging to Carlo. You can see it's an Italian index finger. I think this would be my play, making the 10 point and jumping out. White has 142, black 76, 100, something like 148. Okay, but no use counting the raise. If your opponent rolls high 5s, okay, 1, 2, 3, you can play 13-8. What do you leave? You leave 6 shots, but black has a double blot. So I agree with this play. 5-3, 1. Do you make the ace, or do you play 13-8? I'm not sure. This is probably good. And this is, although it's a 5-away score, it's a non-gammonish 5-away position. And the race is pretty comfortable. I can see 83, 122 for white, 105, 140. So 18 pips, the difference. If black had the 5-point anchor, he would have had a very comfortable take, but Mick decides he still has a take even with the 4-point anchor. He may well be right, especially being down in the match. The blot on the ace is a bit of a weakness, in case black should get a shot. I'm not sure how to assess these things. Recube vig and such. Probably not much recube vig for black, because he cannot really recube before he hits a shot. So we'll see what happens. I think the cube was okay by Carlo in this kind of position, you know, holding game, low gammons, probably an okay cube. Threes are fantastic. You go all the way, yep. So now Mick is high double dependent. Not much shot equity here. Looks like Carlo is considering to clear his 7-point. I don't know how good these plays are. A point cleared is a point not to be feared, but you do create a gap. This, I think, is best. And you play 6-2. No gap, spares on all points would be my play. Carlo has the luxury, of course, of ample time, although suddenly he has dropped below Mick as far as time available on the clock is concerned. But he played it the way I suggested, always nice. Fours catches up in the race. 1, 2, 3, good. To the 4-point maybe. No, to 5, okay. How close is the race now? I would play this 6 and the 4, right? So 75, 82 for white, 82 for white, 45, 87, 96. Still 14 pips up. 18 pips up for white. How do you play this? Yeah, one option. With a race lead, this is probably correct. No need to keep priming black. So Mick hoping for something big. That's big. Biggish. 45. 70. 69. 86, I guess. 71, 75, 78. So it looks like the Mick is still 8 pips behind. I think it's correct to jump out with 2 checkers. Staying back with 1 checker doesn't generate any shot hitting equity. I agree with this play. Okay, you're 8 pips down, but one good sequence and you can equalize the race. 17 pips down now, 10 pips down. If my initial pip count was correct. Wow, 30 pips. Carlo is running, seems to be running away with it. Yeah. Okay. I don't think Mick has more than 3% in this race. Even the 3% has now completely evaporated. Okay, so too many high rolls from Carlo, leaving Mick Larsen pretty defenseless. And Carlo extending his lead to 7 points. He's now 3 away, 10 away. Meaning he's even less likely to double. He will be aiming at, in case he has a gammonish position, at an undoubled gammon. In other cases, when he has, in a holding game or a simple race, he may consider cubing. I think the take point for the trailer would be pretty normal in those types of positions, 21-22%. Okay, Mick goes for a 2 down play with the 3-2. And what is the correct reply? I think you split. Okay, this is adventurous. Maybe even technically correct, but I don't think so. I think with a race lead, with a lead in the score, it's better to split in the back. Good roll by Mick, escaping and hitting. 2-6, where does the 6 come from? There. Okay. Yeah, you may consider cubing here. You have a race advantage and you have some good sequences. Still, Mick keeps it tight. All kinds of possibilities here. Double hitting is possible, 3, or priming. Okay, good, probably best. Not sure. 3-1. I think you anchor. I anchor. Voila, I anchor and I breathe a sigh of relief. Good cube. You can still take this. Because you anchored, you have taken most of the gammons out of the equation. So a comfortable take for Carlo, but that's a good roll for Mick. 6-1, making the 5 point. Carlo finds himself with 3 checkers behind 4 prime. But he can counter prime, maybe. No, he needed a 5-1 or something, 5-3 to make the 5 point. The 2 is a good roll too because it hits. Where do you play your 5? Double hitting maybe? I'm not sure. What else is there? You cannot really slot your 5 point. I think I would double hit. Not sure. This doesn't achieve much. Yeah, I think this is okay. Mick needs an ace. Good for Mick. 4th checker back. 4-5. Wow. Yep, that's the way to do it. 5-4, that's a double hit in my book, of course. It's a no-brainer. 2 on the bar, you hit that checker off the edge of your prime. Carlo needs a 4, finds it. 5 checkers back, but good possibilities of establishing a second anchor. I'm not sure whether you like it though. 4s are great. What to do? Wow, that's difficult. I think it's difficult. I think I make the 9. I may be hugely wrong. Okay. Maybe. Generates more gammons, it seems to me. Good play. I think it's a good play. And the dance looks like Mick will be rewarded. There's another blood floating in the outfield, which you can take. You need to, good. You need to make your deuce point and you keep hitting, preventing your opponent from anchoring on the ace. Great play, and suddenly it's very gammonish. This ace is a big roll, creating some breathing space for Carlo, and 6s, a dance on a 1 point board. Haven't we seen enough already? Carlo would have loved to roll an ace. It didn't come. Deuces, 1, and hit. Yeah, okay. Carlo badly needs an ace. It's there. Once again we are in a backgame structure. A 1-3 backgame. Wow. With okay timing, it looks. Carlo wants to keep dancing, I think. And not easy to play for Mick. Not easy to play. You want to extend your prime, but you don't want to abandon all your checkers in the back. I mean, I'm groping in the dark as to what's right here. Let's give Mick the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if Carlo is happy with this. Coming in pretty quickly. I think I would be, because you can still run out. Fives. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 13-8 is definitely an option. I think you do it. Yes, you do it. You hope for white to roll a 5. So you can recirculate a checker, improve your timing, because white's timing looks pretty okay. What to do here? I think you hit and slot. That's another option. No idea what to do. Okay. Ja, wat I'm not sure hitting is correct. But maybe it is. Thing is, when you hit and white dances for a while, you will have to start your bear in against the 3-1 back game without timing. So I think a case can be made for not hitting. Good. I like this play. I like it. Probably best. There's the 6s. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you hit, you continue, make the 4-point and the bar. It's like the first thing I see. Black can come in with some ugly rolls. Yeah, that's the first move or option that jumps out to me. And just imagine black coming in with something like 1-6. That would be ugly. It happens. 5-6 is way better. Out. Okay, Carlo needs a deuce. There it is. I think you use it in the back. Good. And the 4. Okay. Good. 1, 2. Yep. Escaping is crucial for black. And here, yes, this one to the 6-point. There can maybe can't be too much wrong with it. 6 is required for Carlo. Doesn't find it. What do you do here? Maybe you triple blot in board, or am I getting excited? So hitting and slotting the 3. Yeah, I like this play. I like it, but I'm not sure it's correct. But good, 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 good. In double consultation, I would agree. A dance. Now Carlo needs a 6. Yeah. From kamikaze play, leaving triple blots, suddenly Carlo is like semi-forced to build a board suddenly. Will he consider, I mean, something like 7-1? Or is that completely out of all proportion and completely insane? I mean, you can look at it. I would look at it. Here, what do you hope for? You hope to be hit and to keep dancing. And here, If you don't roll a 6 right away, your board will start crunching. I don't know how to approach these things. This looks tempting, but you have so little chance of winning going forward that maybe this is one of those positions where you are like forced to take drastic measures. Hope that black is forced to come in and pick up several checkers and you can improve your timing. So there's at least, this is not a bad roll from Carlo's perspective. Mick was forced to take the checker he least liked to take, namely the one from the ace point. But yeah, now what? Now what? The same problem. Now, of course, if you make the 5 points, right, and the deuce, then if black doesn't roll a 6 or something with a 2-4 or 2-5, he can crunch. He has numbers which crunch his 5 prime. I would need to study it over the board to be sure. Okay, this is a nice play. It appeals to me. I would never have thought of it myself, but it does look really good. There's the 6 from Mick, so Mick jumps out. Alright, Carlo needs a 6. Otherwise this could become, if Carlo's board crunches, this is still okay, the 2 is obvious there from the back. The ace, I don't know what to do. There can't be much wrong with that, I think. It's also an option. Hard to say what's right and wrong. So if Carlo can find a quick 6 here, this is fast. I don't think Mick wants this. Mick slots the back of his prime. He knows that if Carlo rolls a 6, he has reasonable timing. So this is a timing breaking attempt. Aces are okay. 6 would have been better, but aces are okay. What do you do? 5-2, yeah, right, something like this, okay. That's a good roll, but again, what to do? Mick was faced with a similar decision in one of the previous games, where he had to play aces, and decided to pre-clear his bar point against a 3-1 back game. Now I think he is well justified in keeping his prime. I think it would be a mistake here to pre-clear the bar point, because you give your opponent 6s and 4s to escape. I think this is correct. You keep your prime, you hope that your opponent rolls a crunching roll, something like this. It's not completely crunching though, still no dead checkers. And we saw what can happen in these positions in the previous game. Wow. Great backgammon. 6-4. My first impression is that this cannot be good. The 4, where do you play it? To the 4 point. Yeah. I agree with that. Now what to do? That's 2 dead checkers suddenly. Carlo had 2 dead checkers in the previous position. But he's a bit unfortunate here. He would have loved to roll a 5 or a 6. So big sigh of relief for Mick, who now has substantial winning chances. And here are the aces again. Now with the crunched board, I think that clearing the bar point is a must. Ooh, that personally now I don't like, because White's board is already crunched, and he can escape with 4s and 5s. This is good. And maybe you continue with all the checkers to the 5 point. With one checker to the 5 and approaching a bit closer. Hard to say what's right if you are not a hyper grandmaster. Okay, I can live with that. 4-1. 4. I don't think you hit. No. No hitting. I don't hit. No use hitting. I think. Oh, he does hit. So Carlo must see something I don't see. Maybe he thinks if he can jump out into the outfield, he has containing chances. That was a little over my head. 3-6. Okay. Outfield control for white. And just like in the previous, 5s. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4. Huge, monstrous. But like in the previous game, only 2 dead checkers. They're not on the ace point now, but on the deuce point. And there's a gap on the 3. But we saw what can happen in those positions. Exciting. Okay, you want some forced rolls as white, 6-3. As black, I mean. No choice, 5-2. Good. Extra covers for the 6 point. 5 and the 3 has to come from the 5. Yes. So already a double shot for Carlo, with Mick only having 3 checkers off. So hit, no hit. No hit, but more shots are probably coming. In the meantime, Carlo has built a 4-point board. 5 with the 2 off. I would... Okay, thank you, Mick, for pointing out that this is also a possibility. It may be right. I'm not condemning this at all. I'm sure that Mick Larsen is way more dexterous than I am at these positions, but taking off a checker would have been my choice. 5-2. I think Carlo will split somewhere in the back. That's what he did in one of the previous games, where he split exactly with the deuce. But probably there are some positional differences which escape me. I don't know what I would do, but I think I would just slot my 5 point. Carlo may... Yeah, I expected something like this. This is technical stuff. You have to be able to count all the blot leaving rolls. Okay, if it's correct, great play. Aces, wow. That hurts. In Carlo's case, but of course it's not bad for the match if the underdog catches up. Yeah. I can see the choice. What do you do now? Yes. This looks appealing to me. Looks appealing. Of course you have bad aces, but you clear from the back. For some reason I don't like that. Now you have 2 points behind the gap. I think this is best. It's robust, lots of playable checkers. Only aces give shots. So good development for black, but not quite hopeless yet for Carlo. You can only sit there and see what happens. 2 off. Okay. So now there are many rolls which leave double shots. 4-1. Wow. I don't know these things. Of course, if you vacate that 24 point, now if black rolls a 6-3, a 5-3, 4-3, you get what is it? Plenty of shots. 25, 27 shots out of 30. But you are vulnerable to double threes, 3-1, aces. I have no idea how to approach these things. This may well be right for rolls like I just mentioned. Let's see what Mick can come up with. 4-2, good. 6-1. You have to start getting out of that border. You can get backgammoned. Yeah. I think I agree with that. A backgammon would be tough. 6-1. Okay. At least a shot for Carlo. He needs a deuce. He gets it, but he has rolled a bit with too much enthusiasm. He manages to roll it the second time. And the ace somewhere. Now, of course, Mick has some cruel entry rolls like 3-1 and 5-1. He wouldn't like that. 5-4, okay. Mick, in the meantime, has 10 checkers off. It's a hit. Once again, Carlo in a containment. There's the 5-1. 5-1. And now, of course, Carlo will hit with impunity. Maybe even hoping to... Right, there you go. Hoping to be re-hit. Okay. So, what happens? Mick dances. Carlo, what do? You cover, I guess. Come closer. So with black having 10 checkers off, you, as white, if you can close your board, you only have something like maybe 32% winning chances. So maybe you should go for slotting play, hope to get hit and pick up a second checker. Is that correct?
I totally agree.
Karsten is here. Huh. Fortunately. We've seen some exciting back games, containment stuff. See, it's not a coincidence that Carlo only has 6 minutes left. So now you just slot 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah.
You should split for sure. You want to get hit, I think.
You want to get hit, okay.
What's the score?
Score is...
Oh, okay, I get it, yeah.
10-3, so...
So he doesn't want to get hit. Would you slot this one?
With the 6-2 here?
Yeah,
yes.
I would slot.
I would slot.
The 2 is easy.
Yeah, from the back, right?
Yeah.
I don't think this is good. You want to be hit with a 3. Unless, of course, if you get hit and you miss, there are more possibilities to get gammoned. Here, Carlo is like in gammon save mode. He has a... Yeah, alright. Gammon is safe. Okay. But the game looks safe for Mick. Wow. So as viewers, as neutral spectators, we couldn't have hoped for more exciting backgammon in this match. We have already seen 3 complex backgames with all kinds of tricky challenges. Mick has been able to come back slightly. The score is now 3 away, 8 away. So once again a very difficult score for the leader to cube.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In practice, it's actually impossible for the leader to cube. There is a rule of thumb that if you're leading big time and the opponent is 8 away, there's only 2 verdicts for a cube. It could be a no double or double pass. It very rarely is double take, because the recubes are so dangerous.
But what in like holding games with a huge race advantage where there is like no recube vig, or a race?
In a race you can count, you can do the calculation, but the window is very small from correct double to correct take.
Okay, yes,
very small.
So and that has less to do with the fact that the leader is 3 away, but with the fact that the trailer is 8 away.
Both. The combination is very strong.
The combination.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what do we see there now? Once again, now it's Mick with 4 checkers back. 5 in the meantime. Five 3. I think you improve to the. I think this is an improvement. You don't want to commit yourself to a 1-2 back game so early in the game. 6, and then I play 13-11.
Not a big deal, but
not a big deal.
A big deal.
6-4 may well be right.
6-5. Okay, that's a good option. You have options to make the bar point or something else, and it's probably the timing is not good enough for anything but the bar point, right?
Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know these things. I've
5-4.
always heard that the bar point doesn't work well with the 20 point and the midpoint, because you have to give up one of these points, is what I've always heard, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, that's more or less correct, as long as he stays with the back checker on the 24.
That's a must.
At the moment, he's not in nearby any closeout. It's a holding game. There are going to be plenty of shots. Some of them might be a volunteer, like the first one here. 3-2.
Makes a nice point.
That's a good point, yes.
Not every roll leaves the blood.
Now you should clear the midpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could leave the shot.
I would. I think I would have made my board 2-6. Okay, where does the 6 come from? There, and you make a point. Good. Five 3. Make a point and slot. Something like that. 4-6.
Here comes the trouble.
Yeah, you can play safe, short-term safety by clearing the 8 point.
Yeah, but
or
next
you can
time
slot the 3 point.
That's right.
I think slotting the 3 point is best. If you get hit, you always have returns. Do you agree, Carsten?
I agree totally, and there's a little duplication. Don't worry, you will battle soon. 6-4. Okay, now he have to think about leaving the 24 point. I don't think he got time for that play. It's a holding game. Most likely the 3 point will be made, and then he needs to leave some point if he doesn't roll a 6 or a 4. So give up the back checker.
Really?
And maybe slot the 2 point.
Well, or play the 4 up from the back and make the 3 point.
Yeah, that's probably...
Or stay with the back checker on the 24 and then clear the 18 point after that, if you can. I think this would be my play, to be honest. And I would give up the 18 point or some other anchor there later. See, there are immediate block levers. Now you have a strong board.
This is a potential cube action, but of course too early.
Slightly. 4 hits.
And it's not a 3.
No, I don't know what it is.
It's a double 4. Wow, that was the super second joker.
Okay. Now. Okay.
Monster cube. Think about it. Take your time. Take your time. I'm quite sure that he will pass no matter what you do. It's not because he can't enter and get away, and black doesn't have any wood for the fire, so to speak, but he can enter on a bad number.
Like
He's gonna bury checkers unless he's very fast with an ace and a 6. So this is an easy pass for a leader. Well, in practice you can say he's protecting his lead.
okay.
10-4 is 10-5 is no catastrophe. What's the score now?
6 now.
10-6 now. Okay.
So we think that at 0-0 this was take?
I would count. I would count the pips.
Yeah, I think also.
To take these positions when you're on the bar with an open ace point, you need to be up in the race with at least 15 or 20 pips maybe. You need to have time. Double 2. He made. I missed that one.
Yeah, me too. Was an opening 6-5, or maybe it was an opening 5 something, then 6-5, and then 4s.
Something with the light and the dice. Okay, 3, 3, and the last one.
Okay. 5-3. So Mick is hoping for an escaping roll,
You got it.
like this one.
Yeah.
It's the absolute best.
Good call. Good call. Now we are counting the 6.
Okay. Good call.
Yep. And the race is more or less even. Maybe white is even up a bit. So we are just waiting for somebody to roll a joker. Every roll could be the last in the game.
But also if the jokers don't come, we can get some very interesting checker plays. Like white. If white actually has a bit of a race advantage, he may have certain rolls where he will be forced to run from his anchor. And these are difficult decisions.
Yeah.
Running off the anchor, vacating your anchor or not. So I'm not waiting for jokers, I'm waiting for normal rolls to see how these players cope with challenging decisions. What's that? 4-1.
Just go.
4-1. Maybe it's time to count the race. 51, 59, 99, 62, 81, blah, blah, blah. Hard to say.
It looks more or less even still. We need somebody to make some kind of to emit a point, to survive a fly shot, something like that. I'm surprised Mick didn't pay on the 6-5 a moment ago.
Pay. Okay.
Now, from now on, he can look. He needs to take one roll and see what happens. 5-4 is going to leave an 8 shot.
I'm not sure, because white's board is on the verge of breaking. And you always prefer to leave a shot after your opponent's board has crunched.
But it would leave him in a bad position with no builders to attack, with nothing. If white runs with 6-3,
Yes.
maybe he would run volunteer with 5-4.
Look, he is considering my play.
He's not going to do it.
He's not going to do it?
No. I'll bet you.
I was just thinking about this. Falafel would say, I want to bet €20. Okay.
I'll say he plays the 4.
Uh-huh.
That's the one he likes. He's going to pay for the 4 numbers.
Yeah. 2s, 4s, and 2-6. Okay, but they cost. That's no. Okay.
From now on, he's in territory of cubing. He needs white even to
Options.
the ace is easy, Mick. Play the ace.
Really? 4 shots are now losing. The 4 shots lose. Right?
I agree, and the ace is not easy. I was thinking to slot the ace point, but there is action coming up now, and he doesn't want to fight against the closed board.
Right.
So I think he should make the point, close the eyes, and if white breaks the board or runs with something like 5-4 or 6-4.
Wow, I would never play this. I would have played 13-10 and 4-3. But yeah, that's where, of course, the difference in class shows.
From a technical point of view, you can say that gammon doesn't cost that much. You come in there?
I closed it.
You cannot open it.
Oh, you cannot open it.
No, you must not open it. Close it. Is it locked?
Not that.
Another 3-1.
You come and drink with an open door. Okay, what's happening here?
Another 3-1.
Okay, he's ready to battle.
Yeah.
You don't want to get hit with a straight 8.
Okay, so we are waiting for white to leave that anchor, which happens not now. But that's a very bad roll. It's almost a 0 pip roll. So now Mick needs to count.
Yes.
They're even in the race. And he can't leave a shot. He can't leave a shot unless he rolls double 6. 6-2 is fantastic roll.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's see what he does now.
He doesn't have to go. You don't have to go. I wouldn't go.
If you leave, you get
Really?
cube.
Yes, if you leave, you get cube. It's a squeeze cube.
Yeah. So if you don't want to get cubed,
You
just
stay. You
kill the
stay. Yes. I would stay.
and hope that the cube doesn't come. Okay.
Oof.
Ui.
It was a good thing not going. That's a bad roll. So now it's a clear-cut race with a little contact. Little contact. Oh, that was bad.
That is the best
Okay,
roll Mick could hope
this-
for.
This is a cube.
This is a monster cube,
Right,
and I
sure.
think it's a pass as well. It's a race where you're down 36 and something, and he got 36 and something. So they both got 36 and some checkers.
The wastage maybe makes
The
up for a
wastage,
little bit.
yes. So actually, white is wasting more than black, and he's under the gun. So he's protecting his lead. Give Mick another point, and now Mick are 6 away.
3 away.
So now he's in range of winning the
Yes,
match with a
yes,
strong
yes,
cube
yes.
and some miracle rolls.
Yeah, especially knowing he was like 10-3 down at a certain time.
Yeah.
What's the score right now?
10-7?
10-7. Where'd you point to? Oh, hello. That side.
Correct the camera a little.
Yeah.
You want to sit and talk?
Do I want to sit and talk? Oh, lament my poor losses today. No.
You lost?
Yes. It was a tragedy of biblical proportions.
Mm-hmm.
Every game was I was nice enough to lose at DMP. So, you know. Okay. Hi, everybody. In case you don't recognize my voice, it's Carter Mattig. And if you're not going to Vegas for my birthday party, what's wrong with you? Okay, 4-2. It looks like the higher anchor. So Mick has a little bit of a advantage here.
Yes.
Carlo not having much.
He needs like something of an improvement. That's
That
a
is
big
a massive
one.
improvement.
Massive indeed. Making the 4 prime and stepping up.
Yeah, if he is. Oh, 4-2 is a
Facility-
nice response.
So Mick has a simple game plan now. Run out.
Not fan.
No, no,
That
no.
is not the. All right, 3-2. I think I play aggressively here. 2 down.
I agree.
You want that 5 point and that bar point really
Right.
bad. And you only get hit with 3 numbers. And that's not one of them.
Okay. 2.
I think I'd come in on the 3 and come down with the 2.
I agree.
You freeze the little crappy numbers. It's a little easier for him to slash at you.
6-2. What does that do?
6-2 does not a lot. I guess you come into the 4 and then make your. What's that? That point?
Can't you consider hitting on the 3-point, or is that like?
I think that's a
Not done.
little extreme because when you get hit back, it's just such a big pass.
Okay.
Hello, Carsten.
Nice priming. Blocking point.
Yeah. This seems cube worthy. I mean, the hit or even just the 8 away, he's got to roll 5s out. You're still stuck. You really want 4 points here instead of 1.
And you do have some shots there. 4 shots, one of them.
There's the 6-2.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is the.
Okay.
This is going to be the come in pass. Yep.
Depends on the race, though. 54.
I think this is more about the structure. You've got just such a nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Good. Good. Good.
right, but this is why Mick should have probably looked at a cube just a second earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm hyper aggressive, so
Uh-huh.
that is not a.
Well, we strive for objectivity.
Do we? Is that what we're striving for?
Yes.
When did that become part of our charter? The objectivity. Like, Carsten looked horrified too.
Take it off.
It's like, man, objectivity.
I think people at home are more interested in what the right move is than what the Carter move would be.
I feel that's wrong.
If they of
If
course
you
coincide,
saw-
if they
you s-
coincide.
If you saw how my phone blew up when they're like, when are you going to lose enough so you can start commentating? And I was like, well, I'm doing the best I can.
Mm-hmm. So you are now finally
Yes,
completely
my
out?
losses are your gains. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm now dead.
Okay, good.
Ooh, 6-5. Yeah.
Okay. 5 away, 3 away score. I already
Is that a
discussed.
double 1 or 2-1?
That's aces.
That's aces? I mean, it looks like the bar. I mean, it looks like the hit the 5 point. You
Yes.
want to make your 5 point, but this is just inviting a blitz.
Wow.
And
Oh, is that cube worthy?
you hit with 3s, 1s,
76,
and 6s.
65, 142, 76, 91. 94. So the race looks close.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe one improvement. Okay.
Oh, that is a
Ooh, that's a
a
block lever.
flunk.
That's the improvement you were waiting for?
That's not quite the improvement I would go for. I think I'd slot the 4. If you do,
Duplicate.
yeah.
Duplicating 4s is not bad. You make the
6-1.
bar, I think,
Right.
or you escape that checker. Yeah. You don't
Okay.
want to flirt with danger too much.
Oh, that 5 points being made on Carlo's head after this roll.
1, 2, 3.
Watch this.
71, 93, 142 for black, 142, 80, 105, 139. So it looks like white is up
3
3
pips.
pips. Yeah,
Yep.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, you need to make these splits matter.
Yeah, yes.
You have so many checkers in the zone.
Mm-hmm. Another pointing roll.
Yeah.
Oof.
This may be the double tiger. Oh, this is so inflexible.
Yes,
I think I'd hit twice. Inside.
really.
Yeah, I like the double tiger. It ends up paying off huge. Ooh, however, 5-3. Alright, Mick needs to unstack with like a set of 3s, 4s. Hell, even 6s. 6-2, not his best at all.
Another blood lever. Huh.
Oh,
Wow. I think Mick is paying the price for his inflexible play a couple of before this.
right.
But I don't know whether taking a risk earlier was justified or not.
Yeah, I mean,
You
Carlo's got a very strong, deliberate game. He's just waiting. He's making his board. Mick needs a lot of.
Okay. What's that?
4-1. It's a 4-1. So I guess
No, it's a 4-1, but
it looks like
4.
and it looks like you're hitting on the 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't
Yeah.
make the bar and give 6s and
No,
aces.
no.
It's get something out of your structure. He's got some fanning numbers, and he's you
Mhm.
really want the 5 point, and you've
Mm-hmm.
had so many chances to make it.
Yeah. I grudgingly agree.
Do you
with
grudgingly? Do you grudgingly agree with the?
Yeah, because it's not a fun play to make, and he gets hit.
He does, but he's got some responses here. He can roll
Yep.
that super joker double 3s, but
Sure,
any
sure.
3 here is really helpful. 2-5 is
2-5,
not-
you have to hit on the ace.
Yep,
Yeah, there you
you're
go.
unstacking and you're just hoping for
Yep.
a fan or some awkwardness
Mm-hmm.
because you're being hemmed in. Woof.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. It's only 3-6. That's the double hit.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it's a hit. Good.
2-1. Yep. Again,
The
what's
back. I agree here. Very volatile now.
Yeah.
5 and hit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in this exchange, Mick is so outboarded.
Uh-huh.
One dance and he's
Well, yeah,
yep,
it's a
and
double.
that's gonna be pretty rough.
3. Okay.
Oh, 2 down. Maybe you give the ace, but you want
Up.
no, I don't think up. You want the aggression. You want he's got no board. He's got a 2-point board.
Mm-hmm.
You need to start looking for numbers that hit that last checker.
Okay.
4-2. Now maybe 4 in or 4 up. Yeah, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Mick needs an anchor.
Yes, he does.
'Cause
There it is.
Oh, wow, and
with
the
a
hits.
hit. Okay.
wow, now if ooh, there's a really bad come-in roll.
3s doesn't look good to me.
No,
Although it does. It does.
it
Sometimes
plays.
these 3s are blocked,
Right.
but not this time.
No.
Okay, but
But there's some counter priming here.
yeah, it's a good break suddenly for Mick. I
Yeah.
agree with that. I agree.
Now
can't-
with double 3, you can say that.
Yes.
Yes.
A double 4.
Quite a good number.
This is not.
Wow.
Yeah. This is Carlo just.
Yeah.
Oh, double aces
Aces.
is definitely a good response.
And difficult to play.
no, it's not. Make the 5 and come up. Come on.
Okay. Okay.
You know this.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
2.
1, 2. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Come
Yeah,
up
make 5.
to the edge of the prime and make your 5 up.
Look what he's considering.
What?
Carter.
It seems, dear
Wow.
Lord. Okay then.
So it was not as straightforward as we thought.
I feel it still was.
Yeah. 2-6. That's pick and
Pick and cover.
cover.
Yep. Now you're hoping for, dear Lord, you've got too many things you need to hope for here.
Yes. I agree that the aces probably was just stepping up to the 23 point and make the 5.
You really need that. You're going to need that ace now really bad.
That was like a desperate attempt.
Ugh.
It was. And the learning here is that you cannot have many game plans going on at the same time. You can't blitz while escaping not on the edge of a 5 prime.
Right. Yeah.
That would require a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
And he can still lose a gammon.
Right. And then
Yeah, so he can save the gammon by
Yes.
playing your play.
Right.
Okay. What a pity.
Yeah, it felt a bit like a desperation.
Yeah, but it proves the door is soundproof.
right. Yes.
An ace?
6-3.
See, otherwise he could have jumped out.
Yeah.
But yeah, would have been a completely different game.
Maybe you make the 5 point here and just say, you know, there are weird double twos, things like that happen. You have no time to play an ace-2 game either. 3-1. Yeah. Ooh, what is it? No, even double twos isn't good enough. God, it's just so ugly that he didn't come up with that ace. 2-6. That is, it's as close to a joker as you can get in this position. All right.
Wow. You hit on the ace? No, I'm not. No, you don't.
I don't think so. I mean, you're almost reward.
Well, he does.
I don't like this. I don't like this hit because he hopes to get a 2 now. Oh! Ow!
Get
Ow! See, I guess Mick was thinking long game, and the ace step up wasn't that huge. All right, but however,
you hit on the ace.
you can't.
What you can't, you must.
You need time to get the 6 out. You're never going to have a cover for it.
Oh.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I guess.
I would hit. It has no mission unless you hit with something, and you need a lot of luck anyway.
Right, but you can also just roll 6 out. You actually give him a little more timing. Like, he's behind the prime. If you roll a 6 here, maybe he cracks before you crack.
Yeah.
You know, but if you hit him, then all of a sudden he fans, and you could crack it fairly easily. So Mick needs a 6 or like double 5s.
Yeah.
4-3 is probably not his worst, but it's definitely in the neighborhood. That's his worst. Okay, he rolled a 2-6 before. Okay. So amazing how you just get that sniff of hope of life, and then it's like, oh, psych. Sorry. Thanks for playing. We have parting gifts for you. Those doubles would have played so much better a second ago.
So what is the gammon percentage here for white?
Slightly above 100.
No.
It's in the 50s for sure.
Yes.
I mean, with 4, but he is anchored on the 2, so sometimes when Carlo's bearing in, he bears in weird. Okay, he's in. This is pretty good for Mick. Mick needs a set of 6s like nobody's business. I think
Obviously, you want to get hit.
Yeah.
You want to.
Oh yeah, against that board, of course.
6-5. You want it. 4.
All right. It looks like it's going to be only a 3-point board, but you save gammon here. If you can get one of those checkers out in the next roll or 2, you should be able to save it. As long as he doesn't get popped with it.
Yeah. The plan for white here is to play the position like double match point.
Right.
He's not playing for the
Oh,
gammon.
look at this. Look at this. Oh, no. That's
It's forced. It's forced.
Yeah.
He's not playing for the gammon. He's
Right.
just playing for the win, and the gammon is just an add-on.
It's just a bonus.
It's just
Right.
a bonus of 1 point, which is very few percentages.
Yeah. Mick needs to see something with 5s in
The
there.
gammon is worth
Look.
15%
Yeah.
match equity,
Yeah.
which is, of course,
Right.
valuable. But he shouldn't be crazy to get it.
Yeah, you don't want to risk losing the game
No.
to win this gammon.
But I can't imagine how to lose that game.
Well, it starts like this.
Was it not an option to stay on the 6 point?
No, he had five to play, and then
No, it
Just
was
do-
4-2.
it was 5-2.
No,
It was 4-2. It had to be
Black had
4-2.
a 4-2.
Oh, sorry.
So like 4 and then the 2 to the ace or something. So in case of a 6-5, you have a double shot.
Right.
But now he's thinking about
Yeah,
the
now he
15% gammons and the triple shot instead of the double shot, which comes on 6-4.
Right.
Now he comes
1-3.
the gammon price for that choice. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I would step out.
Okay. Wow.
But
Ooh.
Step out.
yeah, now you have the 4 checkers instead of the 3 you had. This is just. Ugh. Yep.
Okay,
Right.
rip them off.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Carlo just needs to avoid 3s and he should be smooth sailing. Oop, first shot.
3.
He's gonna find it. Yes.
Alright.
Don't think. Just rip them off.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a 3-point board and it's looking like it's not going to get better.
So 3 is huge.
3 is hit.
There it is.
Okay.
Now Mick is in containment territory again. How do you play this?
Yeah, I think you do this.
Yeah, okay.
You're all in.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta hope that. Oof.
Wow. Oh.
Okay, well, Mick has responses now.
Yes.
So as long as he
Oh,
avoids
he
the
dances.
fan.
Oh,
Double one.
it looks
Okay.
like
Double one. Jeez,
okay,
Aston.
keep
Does he owe you
hitting.
money?
No, on the contrary.
Right. Get your 2-5 back game. 5.
You got the
Okay.
5 back in.
Yeah.
So now
And
3-2.
4-2.
3-2 leads
Oh,
a shot.
3-2.
Yeah.
Double 4s does not.
1, 2,
Oh, it does.
3, and 4 to
Yep.
play.
Yeah. To say Mick needs a 2 here is underselling how much he needs
Yeah.
this number. Oh, and of course you cock it. All right.
I resign on his behalf.
I
no.
don't. I mean, you can
No.
still get a shot. Look, he has another chance. Don't resign. Look,
Oh,
you resign.
You
I
resign.
just did it to
Resign.
jinx it. It's anti-jinx.
It's anti-jinx.
Okay,
And
okay.
just saying that was anti-jinx.
Yeah, double secret probation.
Exactly.
See?
Okay.
So now it's not easy.
What
do
would you
do?
say here?
7 you hit.
Would the plan be to win the game, save the gammon, or what?
You've got to try and do so. You have to hit here.
He's looking.
I'm not sure. No,
he
no,
could
no.
make that point
That's
because
point.
now 5-2 and
Ooh,
4-3.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
yes.
Get the extra checker. Now you
That's-
can actually win if you can get that extra.
That is why he's such a strong player.
Yeah.
Yeah, you create bad rolls for your opponent.
You need an extra blood. He saw that right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Stay there
And block double
and
sixes.
block double 6. Yeah, you're trying to save the gammon. It's clear to me.
Yeah.
He's clinching onto his 15%.
Uh-huh.
11, 12, 9, and 8s. Okay,
Aye.
that's a bad roll. Clear the 12.
Yeah.
Clear the 12. With no doubt. Don't waste any pips.
You can't. Yeah. You hope you get another shot.
And you do on almost any number.
9. Okay.
15 shots from the bar.
Right.
15. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
And that
There
was
it
number
is.
13.
That's one of it. Yes.
Ah,
That
not,
was in the 13th.
not too bad for a guy who just resigned.
Because Carlo forgot the 3 checkers. He's picking them up now. No, he's not.
All right. Now Mick needs to try and make the 4-point or something.
4 is a good roll.
All right.
Yeah, you stay back with your 2 checkers there,
Of
right?
course, but I think I bring both those other checkers in.
Yeah, I agree.
6 points and 5 or 4. What do we
Just
think?
take 2 crossovers. I agree.
Yeah. But which do you do go? I mean,
He's thinking
Ah,
about
yes.
that on the
I
small
like that.
rolls. That's the small ones.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's
don't
it's
like that.
only
I
on
do.
9 numbers he benefits from that. So I'm not sure I like it, but he's probably going to roll 3-1 to
right?
benefit.
You would much rather have 2s and 5s to hit.
Oh,
Oh, there's double
would've
3s.
1.
Okay,
Now you have to hope for gammon save.
step out.
Everything.
With both.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 is also out.
I think in and out.
Yeah, make the crossovers. You can make 4 crossovers.
Right, you're
It's
only
a
losing a
miracle
pip
roll.
here.
If you don't hit,
Oh no.
what are you waiting for? 2,
Why?
3,
Why?
He doesn't hit you.
2, 3, yes.
2, 3,
Well,
which will not.
The double
Okay.
That can
ones.
hurt. That can cost him the match.
Take it off.
Yeah.
Classical position.
Yeah, he rolls 5 or 6 here. He's
Okay. Actually, he's following the plan of just winning the game now. And if the gammon comes, it's a bonus.
right, but I
like
feel
the
like
play,
I
but
think I take the ace.
I
off.
would take the ace off.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit that 2 gap. Okay.
Mm. Oh.
5-4. Yes.
Yep.
We need a white to roll a deuce.
And Mick to roll a little
Something
higher
else.
than
Yeah.
higher than 3 pips than this.
He needs that deuce. Otherwise,
Double fours.
Okay, double 6 or he's finished.
Yep. Yeah, it's only double 6. Okay.
Okay, you can round it up.
Oh my god!
Freaking
Wow.
God!
Wow!
What happened? Oh, when he's gonna win the Nordic Open, he will remember that one.
Yeah, that's
Oh
his,
my God!
anytime you can save that with the
Yeah.
boxes.
Remember that roll, Mick, when you
Oh.
lift the trophy.
That is a soul crushing. Carlo's got to look at that and go, oh.
But the gammon was not important.
It would be nice.
It was a
It was
bonus.
not
It
important,
was just
so
a bonus.
What does he lose?
15%, I believe.
He
Constance
rolled a
said.
15%
Yeah.
roll in a one-out position. In
Yeah.
a weird way, he feels good now.
Right. Oh yeah, that's a win.
Our true commentary is stepping out a minute to have some water, so you will have to settle with the nice people, Cardomatic and Carsten Bredel.
Yes.
So what do we have? The score is 5 away. So he's not playing for any gammons. He's just trying to win a game.
Right. He just wants the point, the extra points. You want the next game to be the double gammon.
Sometimes people ask me, shouldn't he play for the backgammon? but the short answer to that question is, of course he should, but it should come naturally.
Right.
And all of a sudden you can decide whether to go for it. But in the beginning, just win the game. 6s and 7s and 8s and 3.
Yep.
Okay, we got a battle. They're showing off muscles. Who's got the biggest? Muscle?
That is not quite. Okay.
Yeah, that's,
Down to a minute. Is that enough time?
you got, is that 40 seconds or is it 4 minutes?
He has 1 minute left, Mick.
Yeah, a minute 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is enough time.
Mm-hmm.
Mick
For
is
Mick,
actually.
potentially 3 games.
Mm-hmm. He'll he responds well to the time pressure.
He will not lose on time, for sure. But
His error rate may go up.
the reason he doesn't lose on time is because we have the lovely rules that you can reset the clock if you are cock dice.
Oh, that's nice.
If you play like Turkey or Cyprus or some of those Southern Europe tournaments, you cannot just hit the clock.
Really?
Yeah.
They make you.
Usually
your fault.
it's a good style or good behavior
Oh,
to do
look at
that.
these
And
double 4s, Carlos.
so you can actually lose.
Is that right? Is that right? I mean, you can also make the 4 and the 2
No. It's right. He wants to make in the right
in
order.
the order. Yeah.
I think he's just playing a true double match point, and
Right.
Mick doesn't want to stay on a point that's gonna get attacked.
Like this one.
Yeah, he's gonna hit. Yeah, but not on the point.
Right. Of course.
So aces, deuces, and 4s, maybe with the
4
6.
2 maybe. 2
2
6.
6.
Okay.
Yes. It's gonna be a race eventually. Okay, that's not good.
Thank you for adjusting. Tremoring.
Somebody's kicking the board. Maybe it's Carlo Melzi thinking about the double 6. 2-1.
2-1.
Good for the race. Now he's actually up in the race.
Yeah, but he's heavily outboarded.
3-2. You have to continue
The
hitting.
hitting.
Now it doesn't matter. One more or less. But the payoff in case of a fan is so big.
Yep, that's true. But you don't have enough material in the neighborhood to close the board anymore.
No, but then you can get the checkers
Yeah.
in the battle by getting them hit. Should he hit on 4? We don't
5-1.
know. He's gonna make the ace.
Yeah. You just want as many points closed as possible.
You have to realize it's a race for 2.
Yep.
Okay, enter on the 2.
Enter on the 4.
You can do both, but I would play the 4 down like this.
Okay.
The price for hitting that black checker out there is to leave the midpoint.
Right.
So it's a high price. And if you played your move, this would be a good roll. So something with... Oh, that's... Okay.
Double sixes plays okay here.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a tempo hit, not to get return shots.
Yeah.
Double 5, okay.
Ooh.
No return shots, but a fantastic number.
Yeah.
You can make the 8 point or you can step out. You
I think
should, of course, step out. Well, you're going to say the 8 point?
I think you gotta step out with that stack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And plus, he's got 3 checkers. He's got 4 checkers. He's got to clean up.
He wants the deuce now.
You don't get enough for trying to make the 8 and have what, a blocker.
6-5 is like a really bad roll.
Oof.
Oh, he could use a minute for this one, but he hasn't got the time. So just save the blots.
Right. And you see that clock.
32 numbers hitting. 6-5, hit. Think about the 5. Bring it over.
Come down. Yep.
Like that. Okay. 4 shots from the bar, plus 4-2 and double 2. Okay. It's still a race, but with the bad contact. Double
66.
That's
it hits.
Okay. I would make the 8 point.
Yeah.
Just make the 8.
I think going for the closeout's okay here. You put 2 in the air. He's got a 3-point board.
Yeah,
with an open
it's a
check.
strong move. It's a super roll.
Yeah.
Now, yes, of course, and the fan just for the fun.
Right. Well, if he doesn't roll a 4, he's gonna have some
Okay,
issue.
and now 4-2. 4-5 is more fun. 2-1.
2-1 is okay.
Tiger.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Is the most winning
Yeah.
checker play. That's the one. Back in the days, they didn't have that kind of balls, but today we know it's correct.
Right. All right. Mick needs
Something with an ace.
yeah. 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1 would be
the
a
dream.
super.
Double 2s is probably not too bad.
Okay.
And then I think
Bring a builder down from the middle.
yeah.
You need to close that 5 point. You're all in.
Right.
And for white, this is a dream.
Oh, 2-6 fan. If he rolls a 6 here.
He
Or an 8?
rolls an 8 if he sees it. Okay.
Yeah, he saw it.
He saw it. 3. Okay. We didn't see it.
Oh, it's a 3-4. It was a 3-4.
We didn't see it.
Because that's yeah, because that would have been a much maligned play.
And all of this began with a double tiger.
Yep. And now look at this.
Now we could talk about the backgammon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and if you get all 4 checkers, your backgammons are. Then the 3 points is huge here.
This is extremely interesting.
2.
2?
And then,
I
yeah.
wouldn't do that, but that's okay.
What's the other 3? You go too deep.
would
you go into the 4.
No, I would step out with the 2 to have the 100 number
You
shot.
did the 2 to hit. He used the 2 to hit.
Oh, that's not okay. You need to step up and out. No ace if we are going for the backgammon.
Right. And that being said, if he rolls an ace,
He rolls like an old man.
I don't know. I thought his double 2s was pretty impressive from the roof.
Yeah.
However, he really wants to roll an ace here.
Or 6. Okay, that's good play. Good play. You're all in.
Yep.
Don't be afraid. Be very afraid.
Right.
Any deuce would be backgammonish. Double 3.
Yep.
He's going for it. He should. But if he does, no. Okay.
I think that I feel like you don't want to bury that spare so bad. And then when you do
That's fine.
when you do things like that, you roll the double 3s, which then cracks your board, and then
Yeah,
he rolls the
and
boxes in, and then you know the sequence of hell.
5-1. Okay. So now a couple of small rolls.
Well, you're giving up the backgammon for sure with that play.
This is what we talked about. If the backgammon comes, it's an unexpected bonus.
Right.
3 checkers on the roof, you got 100% gammon if you don't get hit.
100% gammon if you can start taking checkers off, though. Oh.
Okay, backgammon is off the table.
Right.
Now we have some contacts.
The win's not even guaranteed right now. If Carlo fans here,
He doesn't.
Nobody rolls boxes.
Now Mick should say, now we are even.
Right.
Okay, so we can talk about the next game. It's going to be 12-9 or 12-10.
Yeah.
Either way, it's probably going to be 12-9, but it is gammon go.
Yeah.
And 12-9, Carlo Melzi has a free pass if he wants to use it.
I feel like Mick will wait, and then Mick doesn't insta-cube in those.
Oh, he does.
Does he?
Yeah, if he saves
I
the
think
gammon.
it's right. I mean,
you misses the score.
No. I understand. What I'm saying is he's not going to get the gammon here, I don't think.
No, then it's going to be 12-9, and he cannot wait.
Right, he has to cube right away. Some people do that, like, oh, well, he made a mistake, and then you regret not getting that cube in anyway if he...
If we're lucky, we can have an interesting opening play in the next game, like 2-1 or something like that, where I have seen...
Oh, look at this. There's a little bit of a window for the BG.
Really?
Not for the BG, for the G. Really?
Really? 2 checkers, 2 crossovers.
Yeah. A flunk and
he
any
got
little set.
2 rolls for the set.
Yeah. That's 1.
Maybe he doesn't need it.
Oh, look at this. Yep, sometimes.
6s and 5s without 2s and 4s.
Yep. Yep. I feel like he's getting it.
Okay,
Side bet, quick.
22. Okay.
Oh, he's out. Okay.
Okay, no breaks.
4 away, 1 away.
This is very interesting, what's coming up now. And Mick knows these positions. Oh, let's have a break.
Like a break.
Come on. Come on, you Italian people. Oh.
He needs an espresso. He needs...
Yeah, he needs...
Well, he needs to recover from that double 6, otherwise he would have been...
He would have just walked.
So now Mr. Matic will review the match roll for roll for you.
Wow, that's a lot of porn on that computer.
Busted.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
they're on break. They've officially put out the break sign. So
what's coming up now is a gammon go position where maybe we have some decisions for Carlo. He can choose between winning more games and losing more gammons on that behalf, which is quite interesting. Should I hit or should I stay or should I go and stuff like that. But talking about the 2-1 before. Mm-hmm. Usually when you roll 2-1 in the opening, in mixed position, you could play to the 13, from 13 to 11 and to the 5.
Mm-hmm. That's how I always open.
But if the opponent has a free pass,
oh yes,
you don't gain anything from that. So that's why some people come and talk about the opening rolls after the Crawford game, which is quite interesting. You need to do something that you benefit of. And 2-1, it's not worth the risk. Just for example, 3-2, you should think about it. Should we have 5 minutes break with them?
Sure. I actually need a drink after my 3 DMP losses.
3 DMP losses?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we only have two. We only have two. I know. Of course, if you need one, I was just wondering.
Rolls. Okay, looks like we're back. I was actually just about to set up the XG, but they're fast, these guys. They have no time to waste. We need them to finish to make the next round. We're just talking about the opening rolls here. And for instance, if Carlo makes a 6-4 in the opening, can he take the cube? Yes. As a rule of thumb, you can take the cube on any roll which you get. So this is double and a clear take. And now Mick knows what it's about. Winning the game, top priority. Gammon go is the almost second priority. So this is a good gammon go move, good for the race. 5-3. Now you should be careful. Not too many blots. Yes, step up. Black is gonna hit one of them and you can make the anchor on the other one and everybody's happy. Okay. Looks like it's gonna be more of a race. 4-3. Yes, so Mick now wants to blitz. He wants to get away. He can't do both. Oh, we got the tiger again. That's a good call. I won't make that call. I'm not sure what to do here, but this is the gammon go play. He must be sure. With 50 seconds left, he needs an easy game, which now is more easy. It's very easy now. He's committed to a semi-back game. Oh, the television just turned off, but we can of course see on the screen. He came in on 4-3, now 3-2, double hitting. Now a joker would be nice, beginning with something 4-6-1. Okay, he's in the game. He's in the game. 4 to cover, 6 from the outfield to outfield. Take it easy, no drama. He got time. He got 3 minutes. Oh, wonderful. Now we slot the 5 point. And should white hit that one? I don't think so. Which is quite obvious now. Make the 8, step out with the 4. And Mick is heavy stacked on the midpoint with 6 checkers. Okay, he got a choice. This is good. You can choose between the back games depending on your timing. Yeah, now he's burying a checker, and this is not the plan. Okay, the plan changes all the time because the timing is swifting from one side to the other one. Maybe he should slot the bar point. I don't know. Like that. It's a safe play. Actually, I don't think black should hit no matter what. Black wants small numbers. Yeah, maybe 6 to 5. 3-2. 2 is easy. 3 down. You want to get hit. You want not to get hit. You don't care, actually. I think you want to get hit. And I'm not sure that black wants to hit. He actually is forced. He's forced to hit. Okay. So this role plays itself. You make the bar point. Look at the clock, who's running down towards 0. 46 seconds left. You want to get hit. He needs to hit that one. That's good. Everybody's happy. 3. That's actually a good roll. Not double 4 could be funny. Double 1. Well, that's a good roll. You can 1, 2, 3. You don't slot? I would consider slotting. Oh, they're pushing the camera. Somebody's watching the game from the side. 3-6. Step out. You're in the game. Let him have his double 4 now. 3-6. So you secure the blots. I'm not sure. Maybe you want to get hit here. It looks a little weird if you ask me. I would just put the checkers on the 7 point, but that's fine. Should you slot the 5 or play something very boring like that? It's okay. 5-3. Black is waiting for a chance to see if white can open up that 8 point over there, and right now he's trying to perform some kind of a prime, which doesn't seem to work for him. 5-4. Not much of a choice here. 5-4, good. Now it's a battle of timing. He shouldn't hit that one. He should just play from 10 to 7. Bring in some fire. 10 to 8 for sure. No, that's a mistake. Reasonable mistake, not a big deal, but in theory you don't want 2 checkers extra. Then black can most likely make another point over there, and you don't want that. Maybe I should whisper, he can hear me. Yeah. Yeah. I would say you have to play one at a time, and 10 to 8 for me is clear cut. And I don't really care about the ace, but I would not hit that one. 4-1, you can see what's happening now.
Yep.
You need to hit that ace, no matter what. Hit on the ace and play that checker to the 8 point. You're not afraid at all. You just need that. Yes, it looks great. If he hits you, good. If he doesn't, even better. Very rare you can win-win. Okay, he keeps that 10 point for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh.
Yes, we got a picture going on here. So now he needs to enter and hit something for sure. Double 2, okay, that's good. A 2, maybe quack quack. Boom.
Quack.
Double 1 is good.
Double 1 is pretty strong here.
This is quite a tricky. This is a fantastic, entertaining move. It's illegal.
Right, especially with...
It's not legal. He played 5 aces. 2 from the back and 3 from the 6 point. Mm-hmm. And Carlo says, I'm not going to buy that one. I know you people from Denmark. 1, 2, 3, and to the 6 point.
Yeah.
Even better. It's a win-win.
All these win-wins.
Now he needs to play that to the 8. Finally, strong move.
And now how to do the double ones play.
This is going to be the most crazy gammon we have seen ever.
Wow.
You can make, oh my god, he got 40 seconds on the clock and he can make like 3 game plans. He's crazy. What's happening here? Okay, he's committing. He's committing to the back game.
The 2 out there and then cover, and then he has some other blow-up numbers.
4 and 6. Yeah, step out. You're not afraid. 2. I don't know if maybe you should split. I don't know. No, you shouldn't. Slot something like that. Fine.
Don't use time.
Yes.
No.
Don't use any
No.
time.
You need to spare the time for the containment game after hitting something and for the last game.
All right. So.
That's a good play. You need... Okay. He's thinking I'm duplicating 6s, but he's not.
4.
Yeah. We got...
You
Okay.
should have time for this 2-3 game.
They can't hear from the back. You need to come over here if you want to get hurt. Otherwise, it's just like...
I feel like my voice carries.
Yes.
Or at least people
And
have
we
told
just
me
talked
that.
about that if you want the next match, you are more than welcome because the chief needs some fluid.
He needs a break.
Yes. 4-1. Hit for sure. Hit and slot the ace.
Yeah, he's got too much flexibility.
This is maybe too technical for Carlo. Okay, he saw the seminar. Good.
He saw the seminar.
Yeah, Mochi made this fantastic seminar in 17 on Gibraltar about the back games, and you should never
What
be
you have
afraid.
time for.
Yeah, just... Well, actually, he needs to jump. He has to
Yeah.
jump. It was a no-brainer. From now on, Mick, anything that takes more than 12 seconds is a potential blunder.
Yeah.
4-2, you can make
Come
the
up
point.
with the 2.
You can make the point, but you don't want...
You can't make the point.
No. I would maybe play to the 8 point there to get hit on something. He needs the 6. Oh, what a shitty
not
roll.
The 6s.
The worst.
Dear Lord.
The worst roll is double 3. Or double 5 is maybe even worse, of course.
Double 4s is no good shakes either.
Okay, this is going very fast, but that's a good play, of course.
34 seconds.
6 to stay in the game. Hit.
Yeah.
Within 12 seconds. Yes, please.
Yep.
Now, boom.
Think.
Perfect timing.
All
4-3, and needs to hit that one.
Now he needs to fan.
Any 6 is good. Any 6.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, he
Dude,
did.
that double 5s would have been, if you
Crucial.
weren't in the air, that would have been death for him.
Slot the ace. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, he slot that one.
Yeah.
Okay, even better. Even better. 2-4. Okay, we get the picture. It's going to be very, very uncomfortable for black unless he performs a 6 right away, more or less. 6-2. Leave the blood.
Yep, he knows.
Okay, Carlo, you're aware of that. He's a very strong player, Carlo Melzi. I know that. Okay, 1 is forced, and not all of them are forced.
No, 2 are forced for sure.
Yeah, you have to step out with 2 and move on with another one. That's fine.
Yeah, slotting.
You can't spend time. 1-4. Don't hit. Don't hit. He wants to get hit. Okay, he missed maybe a section of that.
3-1.
3-1. Good call. Yeah.
You gotta
Would you hit
know.
on that? No. You want the black checker on the ace point. You don't want to recirculate it.
What about this one?
What is it?
It's a 5-1 as Melzi just.
Yeah. Now he doesn't want to hit. That's funny. That's funny.
He realized it was a mistake.
Yeah. Double slot. Double slot. Slot. Ow. Look, the basics are so strong with Mick.
Yep.
Basics. Okay. Don't. Yeah.
He's hit.
You can hit and cover.
Hit and cover. That'd be awesome. All right.
Just for the fun, let's have a white
3.
double 1.
Here comes the. Oh, double ones. That would be cruel. Double ones is cruel here.
3-6 is very good roll for white. He can stay on the bar and win the game easily.
Double four.
Oh.
Double fours is crap.
Okay, you're still in the back game, Mick, so you need to slot.
Yep.
I don't think a lot of rookies would do that game. They would play safe and hope for something. And he's forced to recirculate that dead checker. Good for Mick.
Mick needs a 6.
2-5. He needs to hit.
Yeah.
He needs to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
But you have to.
Yeah. You could slot the ace, but it's like a dead man walking. 3-1. Yes.
No, it's
That's a good play.
6 needs to be now.
Yeah. He needs a
6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 5-4. Okay, you're all in, Mick.
Yep. Hit.
And you have no time.
Not
No.
With the 5.
Hit with the 5.
Yep.
exactly.
The full panel wants the Polish prime.
Yeah, it's the Hachipori prime. All right.
Yeah, you take that one, of course. Now, from now on, it's basics from
Need
both
6.
sides.
Right.
Basics.
3-6.
3-6
That's
is
a good number.
it's above average. Big ones. Okay, hit
7.
back. Now he wants to actually to fan 2 or 3 times.
Right. 2, 4. Okay.
They're playing speed gammon now.
27.9 seconds.
6 is easy.
4 is easy.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Okay.
Yeah. 1,
Put
4.
2 checkers in. You could do that.
Yeah.
This is good. This is fine.
This is good.
Yeah, it's fine. But you could think about like 8-4 and 7-6. But I say
That
no matter what, he
seems-
doesn't find the balls for that. It's an
You've got
unhuman
2
play.
dead checkers already, so
Yeah.
1.
2. The other one's not going to do anything.
5 is easy. No, no, no. No, he should clear the 6 point. Why keep that 6 point? He's playing speed gammon. He got 2 minutes.
I think the worst thing for me would be to hit a shot and then have to play containment.
Yeah,
Was that ace 4s?
if he hits the shot with the
I
5,
think I
it
would
would be
have
bad.
the ace because you're gonna.
You can
You
make
can
the
make
ace.
the 4 point. You can make the 4 point.
Yeah, you can make the 4 point. That's maybe it's a detail. Okay, good play.
Yeah.
6-5. Gammon's off the table. Now we need one more game.
Right.
5. Make a point and
Make
board.
the 4 point. Make the 4 point.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
If you get the shot
He could
here,
make a point. Maybe he wants the 6 point to give him odd numbers. The ace must go to the ace.
right.
Okay, he's going for the higher points. I see that now. That's a good roll.
Yeah. Usually somebody tries to force giving the 2, and then all of a sudden
Look.
you end up with the
He's gonna slot now.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, we get it. He got a plan and he's sticking to that plan in his head. 2-1.
Yep.
That's a fantastic roll. He's just waiting for black to leave something. He should leave now to activate the
Alright.
2s.
There's the
But he's not ready to receive him. So he's waiting. That would have been a shot.
6.
That would have been a shot if
that
he
2
left.
shot would have been
Yeah.
a double shot. Yeah.
3.
5. Okay.
Okay. He re-established some kind of position.
Needs
Oh, that was more or less a winner. Now he really needs to make that 5 point very, very soon. Not. Oh yeah,
I
he
think you
needs
have to
to.
give him 2.
Yeah, sure. 3-2 is the worst. 4-1 is the
Best.
Maybe double 1 is better, but it needs miracle all the way. Builders to the 5. That's it.
And now what? 2, 3.
Any 2, almost any 2 leaves a shot. This could be the final roll. Not this one, but the next one.
Okay.
3 and 5, easy.
Okay. 27 seconds.
Any ace and deuce.
There's a deuce. Okay.
He's gonna hit it.
you've seen-
He's gonna hit it. We're not done yet.
He's
We're still
gonna-
at the office.
Right.
2-3. No,
6-1.
finished.
Yeah.
Game over.
Okay, Carlos Melzi, congratulations. Is this still undefeated?
I think maybe he's the only one with 6. Oh, 5. 5. 3 with 5. So next time there'll be 2 with 6 or 1. Okay, I think we're gonna stop the streaming from here, and next match will be very soon because
Oh yeah, that's right.
we need another match before dinner. So probably at maybe 5:40, I would guess.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for now. Bye bye.